You know they rigged this.
Why?
Because they make it like, okay, at first it's good gay and then bad gay. So it's like, as it goes on, I get more used to it. So now it's like easier to categorize them. But I just feel like, I don't know. Dang it, now I'm just screwing up because I'm not paying attention. But I just feel like it gets easier as I can't think and talk at the same time.
Bad. Good. Bad. Oh crap. That's what they were going for. See, I feel like they're trying to make you. No, what? Oh, despise. Dang it. I'm bad. Dang it. Really bad. See, I feel like they're just trying to make you racist in this test. Alright. Bad. See?
So, what was your experience participating in the race IAT?
It was alright.
Can you describe it for me?
It was weird. I definitely think that they were trying to get me to get it towards, like, they start off with the white people and good being lined together, and then they go to the black people and bad, and then it kind of like works in your brain, so you're trying to go fast, and you go to the second part, and now you have to unscramble that in your head, and it's like if they flipped it around, it would have been better, but yeah.
Okay.
I still killed it.
And what about the sexuality IAT?
Well, it was the same thing. I mean, they modified it so that it was definitely associating good with heterosexuality. And, I'm not saying that that's not how my brain already works, but if they would have done it, it's just hard because you can't tell which one you would have done naturally if you would have done it first or second. So.
Okay. So, would you say you were surprised by the results that you got from the data?
Kind of. I mean, the race one kind of checked out, but the sexuality one said I had no preference, and I definitely thought I have a preference.
Which is?
I'm more comfortable around heterosexual people.
Okay. Knowing your results, will it change the way you interact with different races or other sexual orientation?
Probably not.
Okay. And do you think this test is beneficial?
Sure. Sure. Maybe somewhere down the line.
What was your experience participating in the race IAT?
I didn't like it.
Why?
Because, kind of like mentioned before, I just felt like alliteration, so it started off with European good, black bad, and so I just, in my head, alliterations, BB, black bad, and so it was just easier for me to categorize it that way, but I felt like it wasn't very accurate.
Okay, and your experience with the sexuality IAT?
Same thing. I feel like, I don't know, it was a little more accurate because I'm not as concerned with sexual orientation because there's a lot of homosexuals in my family, so I've just something that I was raised with. But yeah, I just feel like it would have been different had the roles been switched in the beginning.
Okay. And were you surprised by the results that you got?
Yes. For the race one, I feel like I really don't have a preference to black or white. I feel like I'm pretty neutral for both, and same for the sexual orientation. I didn't think that it would say that I was more towards homosexual when I feel like I'm neutral.
Okay. And now knowing your results, will it change the way you interact with other races or those of different sexual orientation?
No.
Okay. And do you think this test is beneficial?
Not really.
Why?
I just feel like it was kind of inaccurate, at least for me personally.